I'm quite lucky being the last to speak here, I think. So like with commercials, it's always the thing that then sticks in your mind, hopefully. Some of you might have heard earlier already with a short presentation from my colleague Gabor. So just another quick recap to Sustamize. We're a data-driven secondary data provider. That means all our data is sourced from all kinds of different studies and such, not like plant-specific or from a specific company. Just to make the differentiation there clear. So it can be used as a benchmark or similar. Basically, we have around 4,500 different materials, 160 different countries and regions in our database, 850 electronic products, 300 different logistics, and through the combination of the different countries and materials and all that, we can generate millions of data points. That's why we call it data-driven, basically. That way you can estimate the footprint of different materials from different countries with different delivery shapes, for alloys or combinations of composites with different plastics and different fiber materials and things like that. Yeah, we're a fairly new startup. We only started around 1.5 years ago. We started in May last year, although previously we did some work under the name World Watchers, if you might have heard that one. So what we do basically is then provide this CO2 data to companies and some platforms, for example, Siemens CCPCM or other costing engineering platforms, because that's kind of our background, where we originally came from. The idea behind it was that if you're already looking at all the processes and all the materials and calculating the price of something, then actually adding a CO2 amount to that should be fairly easy, basically. Just so, because doubling it up with the sustainability department and other departments who are basically doing the same thing, well, on the one hand side, it's a know-how issue, because often the sustainability people don't know the real materials and processes and everything behind it. But of course, it's also a question of costs, right? So if you're doing the work 2 or 3 times, that just generates more work that you don't really need to do. Yeah, and basically that's where we are. That's where we deliver our data. So you can either get it from us directly, look it up in our platform. We call it Sustamizer. You can look up all the materials and logistics and whatnot there. Or go to the costing platforms. Or we also, of course, have an API, so we can integrate the CO2 data into other programs and things like that. And what differentiates us from others is this secondary data approach. So compared to other LCA and carbon footprint data providers, they usually only have very generic, broad categories like a steel or maybe a tool steel, but we try to really drill down into the different specific types and then recalculate it for the different countries and delivery forms, and that's kind of the difference between us and our competitors. Yeah, so if you're interested in that, please go ahead and contact us. That's my colleague Viola, who should have been here, but sadly couldn't make it, so I had to jump in. We're still here for the evening, and of course tomorrow as well. So please just come up to us and ask away. Now, wish you all a nice evening and hope to see you later.
Thank you very much.